Hey everyone, Chris Bell, and I have a master's in IT with focus of web design. I'm going to make a couple of ordered lists in HTML and CSS, ordered and unordered. So let's start with, let's see, UL and UL. That means unordered list. And now we indent a little bit, LI, for the first part of the list, LI, and LI. So that would essentially be number one, but it will be a bullet point, so the first bullet point. And then let's just copy and paste that 3 times. Well, twice technically. Okay, so we have a nice little list here. Let's just do pets, dog, cat, bird, and save it. So we will save it to our desktop, change this to all files, make it an HTML file. Let's call it list.html. Yes, save over that. Okay, so that's there. Like I said, this is me, about me. You can come and check out everything I like to do here. This is the business that I own, creating visits, and I build websites. And then I like for companies that actually don't have a website yet, so I can build their website and grow traffic along the way, so that everything that comes in from the website is them. Open up a new tab, drag in this desktop icon, boom, there's your list. So let's start adding to it. That's how we play with HTML, right? Let's add to this. Let's see. Let's throw an H1 in there. H1 and H1. Pets. Control save. Let's see how it looks before we change anything. Boom. I like that. All right. Now let's copy this entire thing and paste it right here and change this to cars, I guess. And change both of the U's to O's, and that makes it an ordered list. So it'll say 1, 2, 3, dog, cat. I mean, I don't really need to change this for the example. Let's just save. It'll be under cars. Boom, look at that. So 1, 2, and 3. Then you can also come in here. Let's do it on this one. Let's throw a style in there. And let's see, it is style. Okay, I forget exactly what it is, so let's just look it up. HTML. Lists. Should take us right to W3 Schools. I love this website. It's a nice library. If you're better off not memorizing everything. So this is what we're making right here. It shows you exactly how to do it. And then this is what I'm looking for. This style, list dash style dash type. So right here, list dash style dash type colon, let's say square. Now all of those will go from being squares to circles. Right here, see all these little circle bullet points? Let's refresh. Squares. So there's a few of those different ones that you can do. You can do a disk, which is already a circle, bullet point, circle, square. Let's see what else there is. None. Okay, that's actually useful if you don't want anything there at all, but you want the whole list format to show up. Boom. So you have this indentation with a nice H1 tag that looks nice here, and you can actually throw a tiny little image in there as this style too. I'm not going to do that because it's going to take a little bit to download the image and leave it here and then call it and do all of that, but ultimately that's kind of cool. So you can also then take this and turn it into a table. Let's put these next to each other. So we'll start table, start row, start TD. So this entire thing here, pets and UL, the first part of this is all going to be on the left side, and then the other part is going to be on the right side. So I will end TD here, and then start the second column here. So this will be the second column, and then come down here, end TD, end TR, and table. So now the entire thing is a big table, and those are in both of the sorry, it did not save. There we go. Refresh. So now they're next to each other, and then you can take the table, add a, well, whoops, deleted it. Let's add width equals 500, spread it out a little bit. Save, refresh, spread out. And you can center it, you can do all sorts of things here. You can also add a table row. So there's two different ways to do this. I can put a paragraph up here, or I can put a table row right here, and table row. So this is a row above both of those things. And what I'm going to do is put a tag here that says call span equals 2. So 2 columns this will span over. And then I'm going to center it as well, because I want you to see that it centers in between both of those and that it is actually just one field. Text dash align center. TD, NTD, I put that whole thing in the wrong column. That's all supposed to go right here in the TD, copy. That's just a row. This column is actually what is spanning 2 columns. This column right here is now 2 columns rather than the row. Let's just say animals. Save, it's not going to be an H1 or anything like that, it's just going to say animals. Okay, so this is the very beginning of the second column, and this is the very far left of the first column, and it's split into 2. So this is at the very beginning. So this is actually centered. Let's throw a border. 1, save, refresh. I put a border around the whole thing. Boom. Now you can see the animals is centered. Animal should be the one that is the H1 tag, and then the other 2 can be H2. So these are the things that you can do as you're playing around with a new table, new ordered lists. As you put these ordered lists, you can change the background color of one of these. Background dash color equals, let's go with red, semicolon. I was in the middle of text align center H1 and H1. I wanted to change the rest of these to H2s. And we're going to see that the H2 is slightly smaller than the H1, just like a paragraph is smaller than an H2. Save, got a few updates here. So animals got updated to an H1. These got lowered down to H2, and we put the background around, the background color around the first one right here, so you can see that here. Ultimately, all of this CSS part should be outside, and this whole thing can just be called with one class. So class 1, and you make all these styles on it, and anytime that you want to put class 1, which would be this background of red and then the ordered list with nothing, you can put that multiple times throughout your website just using class 1. And if you ever want to change that background from red to, I don't know, pink or something slightly different, then you can change it in pink, and everywhere where it says class 1 will automatically change to pink, rather than going to every single page and trying to remember where you were and what you did. But this is a fun way to play around with tables and play around with the layout of a website. Good luck.